everyone, welcome to our presentation. We're really excited to share our project Deal Me In. We are the OpTECHs. We all go to Brooklyn Tech in Brooklyn, New York. Here with me is Nikita, Karina, and Jadon. My name is Ruby, and we have another team member, Mike, who could not join us today. To give you a brief overview of what we're going to talk about, we're going to introduce our incredible co-designer. We're going to give you the official pitch of our project. We're going to talk about product iterations and specifically our final iterations of both software and physical product. And then we're going to give reflections and talk about future plans.
Okay, so here's our co-designer, Les. So Les has been married for 45 years. He's currently retired. He enjoys playing sports. He hangs out with his family and exploring new technologies. He's been blind his entire life, so he's super well-versed in technology. He's patient and a natural problem solver, which was hard for us to create a piece of technology that would help him, which is how we thought about Uno.
So some of the struggles when playing Braille Uno is that he has trouble orienting his cards. And in the process, when he tries to get the orientation correct, he accidentally displays the cards to everyone. And since it's Braille, it gets harder to read over time due to wear and tear. So he occasionally needs to get a new Uno deck. And also limited variations of Uno, since not all cards decks has Uno. And our objective is to aid Les in playing Uno.
So originally we had the idea of using a card holder to help Les orient and hide his cards. The card holder would include a shield to make sure that he would hide his cards properly, and it would have divots to hold all the cards. Next slide. And because of the divots, it wasn't very easy to use as they were difficult to find and difficult to balance properly in the card holder. So yeah.
We then moved on to the idea of having a shield. We made one out of a very thin plastic. It folds and is collapsible. Unfortunately, with the material that we used, it began to crack within the very first few uses.
So because of this, we decided to transition to a paper bag shield that could fold down and pop up very easily. We also added hot glue dots and rubber strips to the bottom of the bag to help with orientation for the shield.
Okay, our software iterations. So the key pieces are his Envision glasses, and so that's kind of what he can see through them. They're old blue glasses, but a new small company in Amsterdam has taken on them with their software. And then he has hearing aids that connect to his phone. And then there's also the key piece of how Uno is played. And so putting them together, Les will scan the card with his glasses. Computer vision will identify the card, and then our program will create text. And then text-to-speech would connect his glasses to his phone to his hearing aids. And so first is we kind of experimented with different machine learning models that were inefficient. And so we moved on to CVAT along with the OLED5, and we'll talk about those later. We also needed a diverse data set, but it was inefficient to take thousands of photos. And so we were able to crowdsource our data at school.
The iterations of labeling, we started with poly shape and rotated rectangles. And so we traced the cards exactly, but both of those were not able to export. So ultimately we decided to use straight up rectangles, and we labeled just the corners, and that was able to export and works very well.
So when making a machine learning model, it's very important to take a lot of images and also labeling them, so the machine learning model knows what it does. And so this is a very time-consuming process. And when we were training, it required many different versions of training, variations of images or labelings. And so for training, after hours and hours of training, here's so far our best result. It's currently still a work in progress, but over here displays what the camera sees, the red skip and red +1. And so this is all real time. This is eventually what is going to be on the Envision glasses. But right now we're just testing it from our laptop. And so the future plans is to export our model as an app and load them onto the glasses, and then ultimately train more cards to the model, different variations of Uno, and eventually expand beyond Uno so you can play different card games.
Our key takeaways were that sometimes simple solutions are better, as overcomplicating things takes more time and they're harder to do. Not holding on to ideas that don't work, as this also holds up the design process and working quickly, and assessing risks prior to committing to an idea, as once again, it holds everything up.
Thank you for all your time.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you.